Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And in today's video, I want to talk about a brand new promo code that has come out to the game. Plarium has been whipping these out like quite a bit over the last little while, honestly. And it's been kind of surprising because over the last like 2 months, they've had like 4 or 5 legendary promo codes available that I want to talk to you guys about here today. Well, the new one that's come out, of course, you might have seen that on the thumbnail. So before we get started with the rest of the video, though, if you want to make a new account or an alt account, use the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Thol and Falbeard at the start of it, and these three amazing epics. We have Allure, we have Rectordrath, and we have Ruella at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. Now, this is normally when I would go in and then share with you guys my favorite promo code, but that's why we have something new to talk about today. So, we have to talk about this one, which is going to be before the Void Legendary TURVOLD. Now, this was a little bit surprising to me. We're going to go over this. We're going to go over the character though, and we're going to talk about what this guy does for a new account, right? And whether or not this is worth it. Here, I actually barely knew anything about this character, probably because I've only been playing the game for just over a year. And so I do think that TURVOLD is a older character. Now, someone can correct me who's maybe been playing for a lot longer. He seems to be perhaps close to a day one legendary. I'm not entirely sure, but please, if you've been playing for a long time, let me know in the comments down below. Now, this is the promo code Big Dog, as you can see here on the screen. So when you make a new account, you would go, if you want TURVOLD, you would go into the promo code section. I'm on the PC, of course. Big Dog. There is also a link in the video description as well, where if you're on iOS or if you're on Android and you're not able to do it in game, then you can do this using a web link. So do check that out as well. But otherwise, use the promo code feature that is in game. So let's talk about TURVOLD, right? He is a barbarian faction character. So you can find him down here. He's an attack-based champion, TURVOLD. He looks really cool. He's got this big-ass giant sword, so... And, if I'm not mistaken, I think TURVOLD was actually... I remember from years and years ago, this was before I even started playing Raid Shadow Legends, that I remember seeing on adverts for the game that I thought that he was kind of like a... Kind of a mascot. Not like Death Knight, but like kind of like I saw him on TV commercials is what I thought. Anyways, so TURVOLD is here. His reviews are interesting. His highest rating, of course, is in Demon Lord. Now, he is so old, he does not even have his own passive. So that's interesting to note here. His A1 attacks 2 times, has a 55% chance or 75% with books of placing a 25% weaken for 2 turns. He's an attack-based champion. His A2, Ancestor's Power, on a cooldown of 3 with books, places a 50% increase attack buff, a 30% crit rate, and a 30% speed buff for 2 turns, and grants an extra turn upon using it. So it's down on a cooldown of 3. That means you only really need to take them up to probably around, what is that, 30% crit. So with the mastery, that would be 35%. Isn't there like a base of 5% or 10% crit rate? So, you only need like 50 or 55% crit rate in gear in order to max them out. So that's pretty interesting to note. And his A3 Juggernaut, it attacks twice. Damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion. If the target is killed, resets the cooldown of the skill. That is really interesting. But I don't know how much damage does this really do. So it's on a cooldown of 3 if you have books in this skill, which is pretty frequently. But how much damage can this really do ultimately at the end of the day? Now, I wanted to bring up the Hell Hades page for TURVOLD. Now, it hasn't been updated in like almost a year, but it has him at a 4.5 overall rating, and I have to assume that this is something that maybe he had like years and years ago, and this part hasn't been updated in a while. I am kind of curious about this. Anyways, Hell Hades says he is an explosive single target damage dealer, reaches his full potential with strong boss support, excelling in clan boss, probably Demon Lord at the time, because I don't see him being very good in Chimera or in Hydra here, while still offering powerful nuking value in dungeons, bosses, and faction combat content when kept alive by allies. So he has surprisingly decent ratings, but I just really think that perhaps this was years ago when he first came out. I don't know when he originally came out, but there you go. I'm curious how hard his skills hit, though. So it says there's a 3 times multiplier for attack for his A3, but it says damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion. And I really don't know, like, how much does that really increase? I don't know, right? Like, I've never used this guy before. If you stack up a lot of buffs, I mean, obviously he's no Leonardo who just hits really, really hard the more buffs that he has. But I am kind of wondering, low key, like, how high can this get? So yeah, Phantom Touch, Crushing Rend. If you have that, Mastery, Zarethi Coronet. He doesn't place very many debuffs, but there you go. Malefic Talon is a cheap relic to use for him. So this is a super old video. Legendaries reviewed like May 2022. This guy's probably, at least like 4 to 5 years old. So that's TURVOLD. Would I take him? I don't know. I'm not sure. He is a Void Legendary though, so that does give him a little bit of extra benefit. But I gotta say, usually I am recommending to Hanorak, right? I have this little that I play at the beginning of most of my videos here. This is normally the legendary that I recommend, just because I think the support is really amazing, rather than DPS, who you can find in a lot of other roles, and especially if you use my starter, obviously you're getting Tholen anyways. So this is a tough one for me. I'm not sure if you start a new account if it's worth running TURVOLD, but I still had to do this video anyways. I wanted to kind of get the community's thoughts on this. They've had a lot of promo code legendaries, honestly, in the last little while. We obviously have 2 Hanorak, which I still use as kind of my main one. We have TURVOLD that we're talking about here in today's video. They had what else did they have? They had a bunch in the demon spawn. I talked about Sissia Flametongue. There's a promo code out for her as well. There's one out for Cheshire Cat, right? There's some crazy ones. What else do they have? They have I think Monkey King is still available for Wukong, but they also had, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot, the Skinwalkers. See, Skinwalkers, right? Razzlevarg, right? So they have one for Razzlevarg as well. I did a video on that. So I mean, there's a lot of different promo codes that are available in Raid Shadow Legends right now in case you're looking for a new star. I would definitely check out some of these recent videos that I've done on the promo codes, because all of them are currently available as well. If you want to make a new account, if you want to make an alt account, now is the best time, because there's so many different choices for you to pick for new characters with your promo legendary. But there you go. And of course, just one last time, of course, you can use the QR code to get Tholen and Allure, Rector, Drath, and Ruella at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. So those alongside any of the promo codes that you decide to pick. Yeah, I thought TURVOLD was a bit of a weird one here, but I wanted to cover this anyways and get your thoughts. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this champion. So that's going to be it for me, guys, and I'll see you all on the next video.
And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.